European Green Belt is an initiative to create the backbone of ecological network extending from the Barents Sea to Black Sea, including some of the most important European habitats and spanning almost all biogeographic regions of Europe. It follows the path of the former Iron Curtain border between the Eastern and Western Bloc and symbolizes world effort for joint transboundary action in nature protection and sustainable development. Green Belt's aim is to transform one of the symbols of human division into the symbol of future nature conservation in Europe. Croatian part of the Green Belt extends along the boundary between Croatia and Hungary and in the wider sense includes areas along rivers Drava, Mura and Danube. These rivers pass through 6 northern Croatian counties. Rivers Mura and Drava represent the last remaining semi-natural lowland watercourses in the Central Europe and protected on the national level. Those are alluvial forests, wet grasslands, oxbow lakes, stagnant backwater, river islands, gravel and sand bars, and steep banks. Protected bird species such as sand martin, bee-eater and kingfisher nest on the steep river banks. Sand and gravel banks of Mura and Drava are nesting sites of small tern, common sandpiper and little ringed plover. Once abundant small tern, whose population declined significantly due to the destruction of habitats, became a symbol of the need to protect nature on the river Drava. Other threatened bird species distributed in the wider area along the river are pygmy cormorant, willow warbler, white-tailed eagle, little tern, blackwing. Among the mammals numerous are deer, roe deer and wild boar that find peace and shelter in the border area. But especially interesting are threatened species like otter and beaver that has resettled this area with the human help. In the rivers Drava and Mura, 65 fish species can be found, of which 5 are endemics of Danube catchment area and 19 of them are listed in the Red Book of Freshwater Fish of Croatia. Many wetland plants in this area are threatened or rare on the European level, like false tamarisk, critically endangered species that grows on the river banks. Among insects, the most numerous are dragonflies. Almost 2/3 of all dragonfly species recorded in Croatia are present in the area. Because of its natural value, rivers Mura and Drava are under preventive protection in the category of regional park and contain many other protected areas according to Nature Protection Act. Entire flow of these rivers is included in the ecological network of the Republic of Croatia, and the wider area has been proposed for nomination as UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. The northwestern part of the Croatian Green Belt extends along the river Mura. This area is protected as important landscape. Valuable flood forests extend along the river as well as numerous gravel bars, cut-off branches and all flows with stagnant backwater. Special reserve Veliki Pažut is situated on the confluence of Mura to Drava. City of Varaždin, famous for its Baroque architecture, is situated on the river Drava, upstream from the confluence of Mura. 3 Croatian hydropower plants, of the total of 22 on the whole river in the upstream countries, have been built on this section. A complex of wet flood forests extends along the river, and power plant accumulations are important wintering area for birds. Valuable wetland habitats are present along the old river flow, which extends parallel to the accumulation lakes. River Drava, downstream from the confluence of Mura, is characterized by numerous river branches, gravel islands and oxbow lakes that form a variety of river habitats. From Donja Dubrava to Lijepa Greda, valuable wetland areas extend east of municipalities Đelekovac, Drnje, Komatnica and Gabajeva Greda. On the left bank of Drava River, near of the municipality of Repaš, extends forest complex of peduculate oak and willow poplar with large meadows and agriculture areas, as well as important old oxbow lakes Ješkovo and Čambina. Downstream state boundary follows the former river course of Drava and cuts across present active riverbed, forming isolated pockets of dry land that are detached from the Croatian or Hungarian mainland territory. These areas, which are rarely accessed by the people, are especially important for the nesting of the white-tailed eagle. Especially valuable are important landscapes of Križnica, Širinski otok and Jelkuš near the city of Pitomača and wetland area Vir. For the nature conservation, important are also smaller wetland areas such as old Drava branches in the area of Vaška Ada, Županijski Channel and Predrijevačka Bara Pond. From Donji Miholjac, Drava turns its course towards southwest, away from the Croatian-Hungarian boundary. Fish ponds of Donji Miholjac that include ornithological reserve Potpanj provide shelter for large number of birds. The wetland complex of Baranja stretches east from Donji Miholjac along the banks of Drava. This valuable area of wetlands and oak and willow poplar forests has exceptionally rich plant and animal life. Regional center Osijek is situated on the river Drava. The Tvrđa fortress of Osijek is a world-known historical monument. East of Osijek, in the area between Drava and Danube, extends a world-famous wetland area of outstanding biodiversity, Nature Park Kopački Rit. In the winter period, Kopački Rit gives a shelter to 20,000 birds. Valuable wetland habitats extend in Croatia in the wide area of Podunavlje and Lower Podunavlje on the both sides of Danube, from the triple junction of state boundaries in the area of Karapanđa till confluence of Drava to Danube near Ajmaš. Important cities of Ajmaš, Erdut, Dalj, Vukovar, Šarengrad and Ilok are situated on Danube. Inside this cultivated landscape, important are natural flood areas along the left and right side of the Danube in Croatia and low-risk terraces with remains of valuable steppe habitats. Its beauty is emphasized by picturesque steep banks of the Danube and slopes of mountain Fruška Gora covered with vineyards. The protection of river habitats is the most important element for conservation of nature along rivers Mura, Drava and Danube. Basis for their existence and development is a free space for natural shifting of the river between the dikes and active processes of steep banks and river bars formation. Upstream power plant dams have negative impact on the change of the water regime and block movement of river load. For this reason, Drava riverbed is deepening, and these effects are increased by the paving of the banks and gravel extraction, which can also directly affect valuable river bar habitats. Nature along the river is additionally threatened by uncontrolled construction, water pollution and poaching. Through appropriate management of the watersheds and implementation of the activities for protection of Mura, Drava and Danube, we could stop the negative trends and conserve these natural values for future generations as a source of fresh water, a treasury of biological diversity, and an area for relaxation and enjoyment from the student days till retirement.